Alright guys, a couple rules of fishing here. First rule, if you're gonna eat fish at your table, you're gonna clean fish at your kitchen table. Got that? So remember, if you're like me and don't have a heated garage, you're gonna clean your fish at the kitchen table. So if you get married, make sure that you establish that rule if you're a fisherman. Rule number 2, put the dip in your mouth before you start cleaning up fish or you get fishy. And don't grab the grubs accidentally. That doesn't work. So maybe you grab the good stuff, go back. You gotta make sure you put one of those in before you start. Alright. Now that we got the rules established a little bit, make sure the wife knows, and make sure you keep a couple scales and put them on the ground so your buddies think you're a good fisherman too, Accidentally leave 1 or 2 on the ground, to find later on. People think you fish a lot then. So, you catch these big northern, you're a good fisherman like me, you clean someone else's too, can't catch your own, so you show a video of yourself cleaning someone else's. So, here we go. I like to take the bottom fins off too right away. Alright. They're crossed by the head. I don't know if you can see that. Down towards the head. And you bring it back. Find that bottom. You want to find directly in the middle of this. Force the knife down. So it kind of feel. And above. The back to fins. Take her off. That's the first slab. And you flip her. Same thing. For the gill plate. For it. Towards the head. And this side I like to come up from the back. First slab. And you always check what's in the stomach, which the stomach is empty. Surprisingly. Can't believe that. All fish have been pretty much empty. Very little in there. Maybe a little perch or something, but not much. Little perch. Yeah. Very, very, very little fish. Or minnows. But, yeah. It's been good. Then follow the rib cage. You can see it good. Follow the rib cage. Can always check this later with the little knife to cut the rest of that off. Take her. Make sure your knife is flat though on the ground here. Don't want it to grab this little the knife a little tilted downward. We should be able to skin them pretty good. Alright, same thing on this side. Flip it over, follow it back. Make a nice little line in it, and you can cut her off. That's your rib cage going. And grab it. Flat knife off of the board, obviously. The big part of your knife has to be off your board, so make sure you're holding her tight and pulling. Keep her down tight, and you shouldn't miss a whole lot. I mean, you're done. I mean, you can all clean up. You don't have to run it too tight, I guess, if you don't want it red, because I'm going to be cleaning that all off later anyways. But when you're done, you should have just skin left. So right now, I'm going to clean these up better with the regular knife now. So I'm going to rinse them off good in the water, and we're going to start round 2 on these things. Alright, I got them cleaned up now. You see they're still moving. Little nerve working there. See that? Feel it tweaking out. Same with this side. Pretty cool. See that meat moving? You can feel it. Let's get on to this point. Cleanup time. So any red on this side, which these are bay fish, they seem like they have a lot of red. Be sure to take it all off. Take your knife, scrape as much red off as you can. If you can get the red off, you don't want red. Stuff that would be a little fishy. Y bone. Clean your fish up good. Got stuff hanging off, clean it off. Don't feel any bones or feel anything, cut it off if you don't like it. Sometimes you'll leave a little bit of chunk from the top. Doesn't look like it's gonna taste good. It probably won't. When you're ready, looking for the Y bone. That would be top side of the fish. So this is your skin side. This is the where you took off the rib cage. Now you're looking for this bone right here. I don't know if you can see it that well, but it sticks out. That's the bone we're going to be following all the way down. You can see it sticking out. So you flip your fish this way, top side up, you follow top side. You rub your fingers in there until you feel it. And you flicker along it. The bone runs this way towards the top. So you already took the bottom rib cage off. Now you're running the top Y bone off. You're feeling it. You're pulling it. I like to leave it attached, so don't go too nuts with it. Go down a little lower. Then when you flip it up, the same one that pushes out runs this way. And there's another one that comes up in the inside of it that makes the Y. So what you're going to do is peel the long part of the Y off. Peeling it up. Get your knife underneath it. Start to peel it. Get bigger as they go from the tail up. You can peel them up. Take 2 or 3 of them at a time. And what you do is I take it, curl it back, let it all hang in there, and you cut just underneath. Start it, go right underneath that Y bone, bring it right back. You can go a little further down so you get any extras. You kind of crush through them. That's your Y bone. People say they don't want to take the extra time to do that, but your perch fishermen, people just cut and lose all that. A perch fisherman, that's 5, 6, 1, 2, there's 5 perch right there. Part they say they don't want to take the extra time to clean. But then what I do, since I don't like the bloodline, especially these bigger fish and the ones from the bay, do it just like you do your walleyes. Take the bloodline out. It's all red. You don't want it anyways. Take the bloodline out. Pull it out. You don't want that. Who wants to eat that? That's where you get your fishy flavors that everybody's like, oh, it's fishy. No, it's red. It's bloodshed junk. Get rid of it. If you miss some, cut it off. It's really not that hard. And when you want to do it, just make sure it's all cleaned up, a little much red as you can get off there. I mean, the more you take off, the better the fish tastes. Just want to get it all off there. The last bone everybody misses. See, if this fish is back together, I have to, but fish is back together, bottom half. Right here. There's another bone in here. This is the bone everybody misses and eats by the tail. They always have to throw their tail away by tweaking out tail here. This is the bone. Cut right here. Watch. Hear the crunch? There's a bone here. Right here. Take it out. People don't like to eat that bone. Once you cut through and feel it, you can cut sideways. Just cut the top off of it. They hear it crunch. Crunch till it's gone. You can feel it still a little bit. Take it till it's gone. Gone. No more bone. The back tail. It's right there. And then it's on this side yet too. It's a little bit. It shears off. Cut till it's gone. Once it's gone, no one will get a bone in that tail. Yeah, it's right up on top. Cut it off. People don't eat the tail, but you still get a huge chunk of meat. No more bone there. Not even cut her up. Perfectly good. Big old northern fillets. Cut them whatever size you want to eat them in. So that, this thing's usually pretty good. Just double take off whatever you might not want to eat. Anything that looks bad. Trim her up. Something green, red on it. If you can get it off, take it off. Especially a fish on the bay, fish in Poigan. They're a little more red than the usual ones. You gotta do a little extra work, but the results are the same once you're done. It tastes great once you get the red off of them. So, I mean, you can always double check if you have any bones in here, rub your knife in there. You should never feel any bones left. Save yourself a lot of extra meat. That's 1/2. Beautiful meat. I mean, yeah, might be one piece right here you can cut off a little whiteness, but otherwise, that's that. Again, I'm gonna trim this one up good and I'm just taking some of it off because these bay ones just seem a little stronger tasting, so you gotta kind of careful with what you're doing. You gotta clean them up a little extra. I like to make sure I got the finest meat in the barrel if I'm gonna be doing it. Bay fish tend to be a little stronger sometimes. Eat more greasy fish, shad and smelt. So I tend to clean them up a little more than you probably have to. Same thing. Red. Take it, till it's good. I mean, just take that off. No one wants to eat that anyways. Yeah, it takes a little extra time. I could have skinned it a little worse, but sometimes they're good, sometimes there's bad ones, so. Story of my life. Every time I'm cleaning fish, the battery runs out. I think I get smart and change it, but I thought I could do it quick enough, but. Once you get your red all cleaned out as much as you can. Clean this all up in a sink too if you have to. So rinse them good, and bloodline's coming out, so you don't have to do bloodline as much, but. Alright. Again, going for that nice white line across the back. Your wide one. So, start above the wide bone back. Again, rib cage. I already took a note. Now you're going for the wide bone. Big white line. Right there. See it. If you have to scrape it, I don't care. Find it. Just above it. Go a little bit above it. Cut straight down. Push your knife pretty good till you feel tuk 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 tuk. I mean, you're gonna feel it. You'll feel it. Put your fingers across it. You'll know it's there. Screwed up a little bit, but peel her back. Keep her straight. Peel her back. If you're not feeling a big long bone, you're doing something wrong. Your knife should tell you where it is. Try to go as far as you can. Take our knife and go right underneath these. First ones are pretty simple. Three at a time. You're saving all the meat. Underneath it, it's like 5 perch. It's 10 perch you're saving. Each slice. So it gets harder down here because it gets thinner. So if you screw up, it's not a big deal. But bones get a little smaller down here, so it's the hardest down here, but I always just try to get enough so when I peel it off later I can get most of the bones that are down there. So when you cut off the tail later too, you can get them a little better because they go down further. So same thing, just put your hands back, peel away. Yeah, you're gonna get holy. Yeah, so you missed some, but there's still some on the other side. Still got the meat that you need. You're gonna take the middle off anyways. Take your bloodline out. Just like I said, this one you're gonna have to probably cut up a little further when you don't get it perfect. Top miss a little bit, but still you get most of it. You don't want that. Fuck. That's the stuff that's gonna taste not that good. So just cut the rest off. Shouldn't be when you're red there, when you're done. It's all big, thick white meat. I mean, so again, you have to peel the red off as much as you can. Clean them up good. Rinse them 3-4 times. Your northern will taste so much better. Don't just let them. All this junk is gonna wash off anyways. All these chunks will rinse off anyways if you do it. Rinse them good. As much red off as you can. Like I said, this is bottom half. This bone in here. You can hear it. You can see it. I mean, freaking bone there. No one wants to eat this bone. No one. I'm telling you. It's the bone everybody misses. Look at that. Every time someone gets the end of your northern, your bones. Don't leave them in your fish. Pokey, or 3 of them. Cut them right off. Hear them. They're not that big. It's not that hard to cut them off. And people will be able to eat the ends of your fish, tail end, without worrying about that bone you always get there. It's a normal eat the tail end at certain people's places. There's a big bone there. Get her out, 3 of them. Yeah, they'll fry up, they say. No, they don't. Cut them up. If you don't have northern places like that, on one fish, you're doing something wrong. Feel around. If you feel bones, get them out of there. Sometimes northerns get hit when they're younger. They end up with bones in places you won't believe. If your fish have broken bones, they end up in the meat somewhere. If you feel them, get them out. You never know where there's going to be a bone sometimes. Very surprised. Get bones in some goofy spots. Just make sure the meat's cleaned up, like I said. That red off of there. The more red you get off, the better your fish is going to taste. It goes for your white bass that people claim you don't could eat, or your even walleye. Anything that has red on it. Almost any fish I've ever cleaned, your bass, all that stuff. Yeah. Of course they don't taste good if you don't take the bloodlines out. Gotta take your stuff up and clean it so it looks like shrimp or white meat when you're done. It'll never taste good. Once you rinse it off good, if it's not white, looking good, doing something wrong. But one fish should almost feed your family. Right there. I mean, it's a good meal. I mean, yeah. I went through a little extra work, but all in all, when you're done, and you have fish that you can like this with and never feel a bone, that's what you want. Get little extra chunks of skin or something, peel it off. Even when you re-go through them after you clean them, Keep cleaning them. Or get whiter. Rinse them good. These will be as white as can be. You'll be happy. Throw them in the thing and see if they turn a lot whiter for you. See what happens. I'll be back. All I did is rinse them in water. Look how white they got. So rinse them good. The water isn't clean. You can't see clean water. You keep rinsing them. Water should stay clean when you're done. When you're done cleaning them, see? Water's clean. Fish are clean. That's when you're able to know you clean the fish good. Now they're ready to be packaged. Take them, put them in a freezer bag, put water on them, then freeze them. Fill the bag with water, no air. No air. Fill the freezer bag, fill it with water, push them down, get all the water, or all just water, no all air out. Zip lop them tight. These will be good to go for a year or two. I mean, yes, little extra work gets a long ways. So, all right. Good job, guys. It's your turn. Let's go get them. All in all, when you're done, the bag should look like that. No air, all water, tight. Freeze it, and about a little over 2 pounds of fish, and it feeds about 4 people. So right there, 1 fish, 4 people. That's how she should look, and you're ready to go.